Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Um, yeah, I can't really be too excited or sound excited, even though I am, because the new Order 66 raid is here. I think I'm developing a cold or something again. Because like last night, it took me a little bit to actually fall asleep. Long story short, and then I had a lot of mucus. Like my throat is like really sore right now. I don't know why.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
But I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible because the more I talk, like the more my throat is like killing me. Um, but yeah, the new raid is here. For those that haven't tried it, I haven't tried it myself yet. We just gotta wait. No, because we're currently finishing the Naboo raid, my guild, and the next raid that we're going to be doing is obviously the new Order 66 raid. If you guys are already doing the Order 66 raid or tested out and tried it out, all more power to you. Hopefully you guys are figuring out some team comps and ways to get your scores up and running. I know it's not easy, but yeah, especially when a new raid comes out, because it's more newer characters and characters that haven't even been released yet in the raid. But other than that, today we're going to be focusing on Lord Vader and his Galactic Legend guide that we're doing, since it's Order 66 focused. And even though Lord Vader is not usable in the raid, for those that are actually farming the dark side clones, trying to get them up and running on your roster, like how I am currently. And if you're going for Lord Vader, or if you already have him, I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks, important zetas, modding and stuff like that, and team comps and what to do with Lord Vader, especially now that the dark side clones are becoming more farmable and they're usable in the raid. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Sir.
Alright folks, we're in the game, and today's special focus is no other than Lord Vader himself. My Lord Vader is R9. You don't have to get him to R9. R7 is the bare minimum for every GL, but I have him at R9. Okay, let's talk about modding first. He's kind of special when it comes to modding. It's there's more than one way just to mod him. Most people would technically mod this guy for a lot of protection, and that makes a lot of sense because the way his kit works, and his leadership ability. Where is it? I don't know if it's his leadership or right here at the start of the battle, other Empire and Dark Side unaligned force users lose all protection and gain that much max health. So if you think about it here, all this protection converts into max health, just like Darth Malik. Darth Malik has the same kit when it comes to Lord Vader. The only thing is Darth Malik, he only applies it to himself. That's the difference. Lord Vader applies it to himself and the entire team. So yeah, so when it comes to modding, more so people would have like protection primaries, on their mods, speed health sets. You could do like a crit damage speed set too. You could do a health crit damage speed set. More so, the recommended is probably speed health. That's what I see on a lot of other Lord Vaders and high Kyber 2 like me, or Kyber 1 players. I have a crit damage triangle here. I like my Lord Vader to be really fast and offensive, instead of defensive wise, because like I said, if you have a lot of protection on your Lord Vader, that makes him much more of a defensive GL, because like I've seen people that have like more than 200,000 protection, and they have like 550, 560 speed on the Lord Vader, no crit damage at all, and then they'll have like bare minimum like 10,000 damage, right? So like I said, I made my Lord Vader personally really fast, above 580 speed. He has some protection, but you know, like I gave him the crit damage triangle, and he has more than 12.1k damage. So he's over there hitting really hard, especially every time he's ramping up. Every time he gets his ultimate, you know, he's going to be ramping up and doing damage a lot quicker and a lot faster too. So like honestly, like there's like I said, different ways you can mod him, especially when it comes to certain team comps that you're using with him, because the OG Lord Vader, like if we were to go take a look here, let's go look at team comps right now for Lord Vader. So Lord Vader, right, this is a somewhat original team comp, right? You know, Maul, Lord Vader Maul, and then you can have Grand Admiral Thrawn, Darth Vader, Admiral Piet, you know, just like Empire based characters, and like dark side Ufu characters like Maul. You could have Nine Sister here, because she, even though she's an Inquisitor, she's also an Empire. She's also a dark side underline Force user. So like, there's like this is like an original comp, right? Like with Lord Vader, with Maul. But you know, like now that the dark side clones are in the game and they're becoming more farmable, let me see. So like this is the team that you really want to have. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you are going for Lord Vader, or if you have him already, you should probably start really considering farming the dark side clones, especially because not only they make Lord Vader so much better than he originally was, but these characters are also usable in the new Order 66 raid, which gets you a really good, should get you a significant, really good score under Grand Moff Tarkin lead. If I can find this guy over here. Yeah, so not only dark side clones work with Lord Vader, but they also work with Grand Moff Tarkin. So, you know, it is what it is, but we're Lord Vader focused. So this is like the end game. This is what you like want to be going for, you know, now that this new raid is up and running. Go for Lord Vader, get these dark side clones up and running, because this is the new shit. This is the new team. This is what you want to be having. This is what you want to be farming. The dark side clones are more farmable now. Appo's been farmable. CX2 is now farmable as of yesterday, and then they're probably gonna have Disguised Clone Trooper next, and then Scorch last, because I think Scorch was the last Clone Trooper to be released as the marquee event for the dark side clones. But yeah, this is, I can't stress it enough, this is the main team. This is what you want to be rocking and want to be farming up. So I have Apple, you know, he's, let me see, my dark side clones. If I go over here, or I could just go to Clone Troopers. Yeah, so like as you can see, I'm farming them. You know, I'm gonna get Apple up and running first, get him the relic. So I want to get him the relic 7 first, get him to 7 stars, and after him I'm gonna get Scorch to same thing, relic 7 stars. You know, Zetas, and you know, just building these characters up. And then next would be CX2, because he's at 5 stars, and then probably Disguised Clone Trooper would be my last 7-star character that I get for the Clone Troopers. So yeah, and then what's it called too? If you are farming these Clone Troopers right now too, it's a little bit easier if you are 3-starring the Nightfall Era Battle event. Blah blah blah. Can't even talk. If you are farming the Dark Side Clone Troopers and you have 3-star the first 2 tiers, you get extra, you know, Clone Trooper shards. And yesterday when this event came out, again, I got an extra 12 shards for Apple, and then I got like another 7 shards for Scorch. So like I said, this is really nice too. They're letting players catch up especially with the new raid and these characters. So that's really nice to take advantage of those free shards and just send those shards whenever the Nightfall era battle comes back in rotations. But yeah, and then last but not least, yeah, if you get a Lord Vader, his most important zetas as soon as you get him would definitely be his leadership ability. Yes, that's where he converts all his the protection into max health, the extra bonus stats, the speed, you know, the mastery and all that stuff. Usually leadership abilities are like the most important, especially when it comes to Galactic Legends, because that's how, you know, with that extra the mastery and the speed bonuses, the stat bonuses and stuff like that. So after his lead, I would definitely go for his Twisted Prophecy. This is another really good one. This is the one that inflicts the damage over time on enemies for 2 turns, which can be resisted. And then he's immune to the turn meter manipulation. His attacks can be evaded. So like the leadership, the Twisted Prophecy, and Unshackled Emotions are probably like the top 3 most important zetas that you want to go for as soon as you unlock him. And then because his Unshackled Emotions inflicts the daze, the irresistible daze, and the extra dots, right? It says it right here. All enemies inflict daze and 4 damage over time, which can be resisted. And then if you're using his ultimate, he inflicts ability block and increased target cooldowns for 2 turns, which can be resisted. So yeah, these important zetas. My New Empire, Twisted Prophecy, and Unshackled Emotions is what you want to be going for if you are unlocking Lord Vader. Those are the most 3 important zetas. If you have all zetas ready for him to go, then just apply them all. Yeah, so that's really about it on Lord Vader and his his guide and stuff like that. Like I said, I think it's a perfect time, depending on where you're at in the roster. If you're not, if you're a late game player, or if you're an end game player and you still don't have Lord Vader for some reason, now is definitely the time to go and get him up and running on your roster, because the 2 facts alone that the Dark Side clones make him so much better, and then also because they're usable in the raid. If there was no new raid and if there was no new Dark Side clones, then it would be a whole different conversation, a whole different story. But like now, Lord Vader is definitely one of the best GLs in the game because of those 2 reasons. So honestly, yeah, Lord Vader is really it, But other than that, if you guys enjoy the video, I would really appreciate it if you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you guys are doing in the new Order 66 raid. Are you guys getting your scores up and running and stuff like that? Just let me know. We can talk about it. But other than that, I'm Insidious. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see y'all in the next one. As always, peace. Later.